Nobody should ever have to go through this.
Spoke this afternoon about their terrible loss. Now state police are looking for the driver who caused the crash. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for watching. I'm Katie Moore. Charisse is off tonight. State police say Wendell Lackney caused the crash in Terrytown over the weekend, and police are asking for your help finding him.
I know it ain't right, but I breathe a sigh of relief when I see that it was a glider, man. I'm sorry, man. I just be like, yes. Like, literally, I'd be like, yes. Y'all haven't done 6,500 videos on this stuff to the point where in most of the videos I do, if you notice, like, I haven't watched the video. You know, I may see something and I save it or email it to myself or, you know, save it on the app, and or somebody sends it to me, and you know, I hit record and boom. I might have read the title, but you know, most of these stories that I do, I haven't seen the story until I hit record. And I promise you, man, when I find out that it wasn't the son, man, inside I'd be like, yes. Like, one for the whole team. We won one, y'all. Sense of pride. Because, like, majority of the time, man, it is what it is.
State police say Wendell Lackney caused the crash in Terrytown over the weekend, and police are asking for your help finding him. Paul Dudley reports the little girl may be gone, but she is still giving several other families hope tonight, thanks to the life-saving gift of organ donations.
At University Medical Center, a family in mourning, looking for the answer to a devastating question. How could this happen? 9-year-old Abby Douglas, a 4th grader at St. Anne, known for her big personality, dead after a crash with an alleged drunk driver.
Nobody ever should have to do this. And if you've got kids, you know, you would understand what I'm talking about.
It happened Friday night. Abby and her mother were in the family minivan, stopped at a red light near the corner of Berman and Belchase Highway. That's when police say another driver, 58-year-old Wendell Lackney, slammed into them. State police say he was impaired during the time of the crash.
From eyewitness testimony, the estimated speed that he was going is between 60 and 70 miles an hour, and they were at a stoplight.
So he was going between 60 and 70 miles per hour. Our friend, Henry Ruggs III, the Oakland Raiders receiver, was going 156 when he slammed into that woman. This guy was going 60 to 70. It still caused a fatality.
From eyewitness testimony, the estimated speed that he was going is between 60 and 70 miles an hour, and they were at a stoplight.
Abby's mother would be okay, but Abby would die at the hospital. These men say they tried to save the little girl, but it was too late. The word anger only begins to describe how they are feeling.
Extreme anger, because it could have been prevented.
Being a father myself, I can't imagine the pain that the family's going through.
Lackney was injured but was released from the hospital the same night as the crash. He was arrested but was released on bond, and now state police are actively looking for him.
How many of y'all know that before this week, had I done this story, and they had said the guy was released on bond, 90% of some people would have been like, oh, that's only because he's a glacier glider, man. You know? They think somehow that the criminal justice system looks at this guy and says, oh, you're one of us. We're gonna give you even though, and here's where their logic is so crazy. Even though he snuffed out a 9-year-old Glacier Gladys, they gonna let him go because he's a glider, man, and you know that's what they do. They look out for each other. And who is they? And the DAs in all these places, New Orleans, DAs and the district attorneys and the prosecutors, they're all Sun people. Never mind that. You can't. That's why I don't argue with woke folk. I try not to. Sometimes they pull me in, but it doesn't. They don't live in reality.
Was released on bond, and now state police are actively looking for him. What would the family like to see done?
I think they would like to see him rehabilitated so that he understands what he did and the family he destroyed.
Abby's mother and father, along with dozens more, gathered in front of the hospital. The staff here raised a flag in honor of the family's decision to donate Abby's organs to help save other children. Now, this family is just trying to remember her by how she lived and not how she died.
She just was full of life. That is who she was, who she is. And, you know, hopefully she's up there flying with the angels up there, you know.
The hospital does host these types of ceremonies quite regularly, but the communications director says this is the largest one she has ever seen. I'm Paul Dudley reporting Eyewitness News. Back to you.
Police are looking for Wendell Lackney. He's now facing vehicular homicide and a list of other charges. If you know where he is, you are encouraged to call police.
Cell phone video captures part of a police pursuit led by a woman driver. What started with officers in Warren tracking a stolen Jeep crossed into several neighboring communities before the driver crashed into a Grosse Pointe Park neighborhood, leading several different police agencies along the way.
She was at a high speed at certain times, going over sidewalks, going through barricades. Obviously, if she would not have been arrested, she would have seriously injured or killed someone.
Warren police say this woman was behind the wheel of the Jeep. She's Michelle Steele, a 42-year-old who wore a tether during her joyride.
So she was on an ankle monitor already. And I tell you, man, they're letting everybody out of jail with ankle monitors now. I told you that. This is what sisters and pasty liberals advocated for. And now you got this deranged woman. I ain't gonna call her deranged. This criminal woman with her ankle monitor on, taking the police on a high-speed chase, driving on the sidewalk. And driving through barricades. Going to God knows how fast. Thanks a lot, woke mob. Appreciate you, because this woman would be in prison. I mean, she's obviously got an open case, or she wouldn't have an ankle monitor. She would be in jail normally, but thanks to sisters and pasty liberals, man, this woman's on the streets now, driving on our sidewalks at a high rate of speed.
Warren police say this woman was behind the wheel of the Jeep. She's Michelle Steele, a 42-year-old who wore a tether during her joyride. Around 5 o'clock Thursday, a 911 caller told authorities Steele crashed into a home near 9 Mile and Ryan. The caller believed she was inhaling chemicals, which police later found in the Jeep. 24 hours later, after the chase, Fox 2 learned Steele has an extensive criminal past. Check this out. Warren's police commissioner says her past convictions include operating while intoxicated, fleeing and eluding police, disorderly conduct, and resisting police.
These are the type of people that sisters and pasty liberals spent the whole greater part of the last two years fighting to have on the streets. And think about how many people like this there are on the streets. Like, listen, like where I'm at, man, it's nothing. It's a whole bunch of these, you know, whole bunch of these right here. And this woman's on some those fumes. That stuff is very, very dangerous, man. It puts these people in a different state. You know, these people are on some hard stuff, man. They ain't smoking weed, man. The loud pack, the gas, they ain't smoking weed, man. These people on some tough stuff, Jack. And yeah.
Warren's police commissioner says her past convictions include operating while intoxicated, fleeing and eluding police, disorderly conduct, and resisting police.
What she needs is she needs to be jailed. She needs to wake up. She needs help. And the first thing we do is we get her off the streets so she doesn't kill someone.
Warren Police Commissioner Bill Dwyer hopes the 5 felonies Steele now faces will keep her off the streets until she's rehabilitated. Dwyer says although Steele hit high speeds during the pursuit, his officers followed at a moderate speed until Grosse Pointe Park police used stop sticks to end the chase. In Warren, Brandon Hudson, Fox 2 News.
All right, well, this morning we are learning the identity of the man who police say randomly shot and killed another man at a Southwest Valley gas station. That's 22-year-old Jesus Uribe. He faces several charges, including open murder, after killing 36-year-old Curtis Abraham. He is set to appear in court later today. Now, police say Uribe shot and killed Abraham inside his car at that gas station. Friends and family gathered for a candlelight vigil there. They left candles, flowers, and a camera because they say Curtis loved film and photography. They describe Curtis as an upbeat, life-of-the-party man who worked really hard.
Wow, man. Snuffed out just like that, man. So sad, man. On Ritos out in Vegas, man. Wilding out, man. What's going on? Just randomly killing people? Yikes.
People in Vegas are like his family. A lot of people know him for film and photography, so he has a whole community of people that's behind him. It feels so senseless. It's like there was no purpose, no motive, and that's what we have to live with.
And we first brought you this as breaking news early yesterday morning, and it led to a 16-hour-long manhunt ending in Jesus Uribe being arrested after being barricaded inside a home. Police say Uribe was wearing a tactical vest and committed a robbery nearby. They say the 22-year-old randomly started firing at cars. That's when he killed Curtis Abraham, then went inside the convenience store and opened fire before taking off. Police searched the neighborhood. This is a video a viewer sent us of Metro officer and K-9 looking for Uribe. Thanks to leads from the community, Metro and SWAT teams found him in that neighborhood near Lindell Road and El Dorado Lane. After the barricade, Uribe was arrested. Police also obtained a search warrant and say his family is cooperating. He's expected to face a judge this afternoon. Fox 5 will be there. Be sure.
So the community cooperated and the family cooperated. Go figure. So they don't have our friend Curtis on here yet. But I decided to come to the Las Vegas Gun Memorial just to see what it looks like, what the victims of gun violence look in this place that's 12% Sun people. So a little bit under the national average of 13%. Las Vegas is 12% Sun people. So let's see. Jesus. Goodness gracious, man. Everywhere, man. Man. God. Literally the smallest group in this place is responsible for what? 80, 90%? Jeez. Get in the comment section, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Peace. I'm out.